A very good afternoon and welcome to Africa Today. I am Ainan Lubem. First, the headlines. On the headlines, Buhari departs Abuja for Commonwealth meeting in Rwanda. Burkina Junta leader holds talks with overthrown president. VRC awaits return of independence heroes tooth. On sports, Pogba receives heroes welcome in parents' home. And now to the news in detail. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari will depart Abuja Wednesday, June 22 for Kigali, Rwanda to attend the 26th Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, that is CHOGM 2022, being held from June 20 to 26, 2022. At the meeting, the president will join other leaders to participate in discussions focused on the progress and prosperity of the more than 2 billion people living in the 54 independent countries in Africa, Europe, and the Pacific that make up the Commonwealth. Buhari will attend the official opening ceremony on June 24, followed by high-level meetings of heads of state and government on Friday 24 and Saturday 25th June, according to a statement by his spokesman, Femi Adesina. The theme for CHOGM 2022 is delivering a common future, connecting, innovating, and transforming. The European Union, that is EU, the Independent National Electoral Commission, that is INEC, and civil society organizations have partnered to boost the participation of the youth in the ongoing continuous voters registration, that is CVR. Speaking at the program on Tuesday in Abuja, EU Program Manager Olawumi Laolu said the essence of the partnership program, fully funded by the European Union, was to get more Nigerian youth to participate in the electoral process by registering in the CVR exercise and eventually voting at the elections. FCT Resident Electoral Commissioner, that is REC, Yahaya Bello, while commending EU for the partnership, said the Commission had deployed over 50 voter registration machines and 150 staff members to meet the needs of the registrants at the ongoing open-air PVC registration. In his remarks, INEC Director of Voter Education and Publicity, Ayodele Aluko, regretted that youth made up of 51% out of over 84 million registered voters in the 2019 general elections, but less than the number eventually voted. Some of the youth at the event commented on the progress of the registration. The Commissioner of Police, Federal Capital Territory Command, Babaji Sunday, alongside a representative of the State Security Service, addressed over 150 chairmen of commercial motorcyclist units and associations across Abuja during a meeting held at the command headquarters on Tuesday. In a statement by the Deputy Police Public Relations Officer, Omotayo Oduni, said the CP charged the commercial motorcyclist a new leaf and work in synergy with the police to fish out the bad eggs amongst them, obey traffic rules, and throw away the habit of resorting to violence at the slightest provocation. The law enforcers observed the recent spate of the outbreak of violence, largely traceable to commercial motorcyclists, popularly known as Okada riders, which has become a menace, occasionally playing out as self-help in obtaining jungle justice, vandalization of government and private properties, and sundry antisocial behaviors demanding an immediate redress. According to reports, CP Babaji warned that 4% personnel. During the meeting, some of the chairmen in attendance who spoke on behalf of the commercial motorcyclists promised to play by laid-down rules. The CP, however, reassured the people of the territory of the command's commitment to rid the territory of criminal elements and bring crime and criminality to the barest minimum. When we return, news from other parts of West Africa. Welcome back. You're still watching Africa Today, and now to news from other parts of West Africa. At least 5 people, including 4 children, have died after torrential rain overnight led to a flooding in Ivory Coast economic capital, Abidjan. According to emergency services, heavy rains of Abidjan and leaving several key roads unusable. In Bingaval, residents cleared out their homes after the water finally receded. One habitant, Priscille Ziyahi, said she had lost everything in the flood. Between Monday and midday Tuesday, around 200 millimeters of rainfall fell in some neighborhoods in Abidjan, the equivalent of several weeks of rain, according to data from the Ivorian Meteorological Agency. Away from Ivory Coast now to Burkina Faso. The head of Burkina Faso's ruling junta has met the president this year for talks to try to defuse the political situation. Roch Marc Christian Kabore, the elected president until his ousting in January, was accompanied by another former president, Jean-Baptiste Ouedraogo, during the meeting at the presidential palace. Kabore, who shook hands with the Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba, spoke in an apparently relaxed atmosphere with him. According to the presidency, the 3 men discussed security matters, the management of the transition, and other issues of national interest. The meeting demonstrated the new leader's desire for reconciliation and for a united, determined and supportive Burkina Faso in the fight against the terrorist Hydra, the statement from the presidency revealed. We now move to other parts of Africa after this break. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Malawi's president, Lazarus Chakwera, has stripped his vice president, Saulus Chilima, of all his delegated powers after the latter was named in a 150 million US dollars, that is 120 million euros corruption scandal involving government contracts. The president said he received a report from the country's Anti-Corruption Bureau, that is ACB, which named 53 current and former officials of recipients of money from British Malawian businessman Zuneth. The officials named in the report include the vice president, which Malawi's law does not allow the president to sack or suspend, and the head of police, who has been sacked. The vice president, Chilima, has not yet responded to the allegations. The alliance led by Kenyan presidential candidate Raila Odinga will come down hard on corruption if it wins in August, his running mate Martha Karua said, but dismissed her nickname Iron Lady as a sexist trope directed at tough women leaders. In a media interview, the 64-year-old former justice minister said strong leadership in women is seen as an exception and not the norm because she has not heard of an Iron Man. Karua and veteran opposition leader Odinga, who heads the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance coalition, are facing off with Deputy President William Ruto and first-time lawmaker Rigathi Gachagua in an election on August 9. Since Karua as his running mate, Odinga has overtaken Ruto in opinion polls. 62 years after the death of anti-colonialist hero Patrice Lumumba, residents of his homeland in the Democratic Republic of Congo await the return of his last remains, one tooth. The gold-capped tooth was handed over to Lumumba's family from Belgium as the former colonial power continues to confront its bloody past and look towards reconciliation. This casket containing the tooth is set to be flown back to the DRC, where it will be officially laid at a memorial site. The country is set to hold 3 days of national mourning from June 27 to June 30, its 62nd anniversary of independence, to mark the burial ceremony. The restitution of the relic took place after Belgium's King Felipe earlier this month expressed his deepest regrets for his nation's abuses in its African former colony, Congo, which is 75 times the size of Belgium. Up next is business news on Africa Today. Don't go away. On business, figures obtained from the Central Bank of Nigeria, that is CBN, has revealed that the total non-performing loans in the banking sector hit 1.21 trillion naira as at the end of February 2022. The CBN stated in its report obtained from the Monetary Policy Committee that the total credit in the sector rose to 25.25 trillion naira as of the end of February 2022 from 21.13 trillion naira as of the end of February 2021. The Geosystem Stability Directorate, CBN, Aisha Ahmad, said total credit also increased by 4.13 trillion naira between the end of February 2021 and end of February 2022, with significant growth in credit to manufacturing, general commerce, and oil and gas sectors. She also added that the non-performing loans ratio declined further to 4.8% in February 2022 from 4.94% in December 2021. It was further revealed that the non-performing loans reflected the case-by-case review of regulatory forbearance, effect of the Global Standard Instruction Policy, and sound industry risk management practices. The African Development Bank, that is AFDB, has said it is preparing a $28 million post-COVID-19 recovery program that will develop skills and encourage research and development so that the government can better fight pandemics in the future. This was contained in a country brief on Ghana, which reviews the country's development over the past 10 years and evaluates the African Development Bank's contribution through its high 5 strategic priorities. The bank stressed that it will continue to support governance reforms that mainstream such cross-cutting issues as a more business-enabling environment, resilience to climate change, gender equality, and sound macroeconomic management. The project is expected to be approved by the bank's board of directors in the second quarter of 2022. Away from Ghana now to Kenya, where the Kenya Revenue Authority, that is KRA, says it will start using body-worn cameras among its staff to deal with tax cheating and bribery. The body cams, according to the authority's head, will be used mainly by staff in the Domestic Tax Department and Customs and Border Control. KRA Commissioner General Githli Mburu revealed that some KRA staff have been accused of amassing properties that are not consistent with their pay, stressing that with the new innovation, like it is seen in the United States, any action they take is recorded and can be seen by the authority. Last year, the tax authority announced it was viewing the social media profiles of targeted individuals to reconcile their lifestyles with their tax compliance. Still to come on Africa Today is sports. Thank you, Daniel Obasi, for the sports input. Now to the rest of the news. 22-year-old phone repairer has been sentenced to 14 years imprisonment in Ghana for sharing intimate pictures of a Lebanese woman on social media. The court, presided over by Sedinam Awo Bolaka, convicted Doga of his plea and sentenced him to 12 years on the charge of sexual extortion. State Prosecutor Inspector Maxwell Lanyu told the court that the young man was on June 9 contracted to unlock the phone of the Lebanese woman based in Accra, Ghana's capital city. The prosecutor said while unlocking the phone, Doga went into the complainant's phone memory and saw her naked pictures. Ghana's new cybersecurity laws brought in 2 years ago have criminalized the publication of nudes for either revenge or blackmail purposes with a jail term of between 5 and 25 years. And that's Africa Today. Before we go, here are the headlines once again. We told you that Buhari departs Abuja for Commonwealth meeting in Rwanda. Burkina Junta leader holds talks with overthrown president. DRC awaits return of independence heroes stood. On sport, Pogba receives heroes welcome in parents' home. Remember to visit us on Facebook at Hills TV, Instagram at Hills TV, YouTube channel at Hills TV. I am Ainan Lubem. Thank you for watching.